Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Dragon Child. If you're new to my channel, my name is Angelina, and I am your spiritual navigator for healing your inner child, honoring your ego, listening to your body, so that you can come home to yourself. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. I've had a lot going on. I've recently published my memoir, Dragon Child. Oh shoot, it just the title, the whole title just woohoo. Okay, Dragon Child, How I Walked Through Hell and Found My Soul. And you can find that on Amazon, both in Kindle and on paperback form. I'll have it out later in other platforms as well, but that's where I started at. I am also working on a book about the framework that that's been downloaded to me and that I'm now teaching from, which is one of the reasons I haven't done one of these videos in a while, is I wanted to make sure I had a good solid understanding of what the material that was being presented to me so that I could present it to you. So today we are going to talk about the heart chakra. We've traveled through the lower sections, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. These are the domain of the divine masculine. And today we are starting on the heart, which is a neutral space. It is a place where unity can happen. It is the heart chakra is our fourth energy center. It's in the chest. It actually expands out beyond our body in all directions around us. It is our most powerful and largest chakra. Its magnetic field actually is much larger than even our brain, like by about 60% larger. And some call it our heart chakra actually our first brain. Um, I might call it myself the bigger brain. It has its own intelligence, its own way of knowing. The mantra is I love, and the color is green, although some see it as pink, and that is perfectly fine. And the element is air. So to help you get a better understanding of this, I want to give you an analogy. Imagine your heart instead is a magnificent ancient cathedral functioning as a grand central train station. It is a vast railroad system where things come from the front, from the back, from underground, from the high mountain passes, from the left, from the right. And this station is where these trains all meet. Now, that doesn't mean that they run into each other or that they merge. It is a meeting place, a neutral ground. And it is a place where the divine feminine and divine masculine, the inner child and the ego, can come into unity, where they can come into balance, where they can see each other and recognize each other for what they are. The heart chakra is our master portal. It is not just a bridge between the upper and lower. It is where all the six other chakras converge here at the heart. Energy enters and exits simultaneously in all directions. It receives and gives. This is the function, the yin and yang in the very function of the heart itself. And this mirrors how the physical heart actually works. It receives blood and sends it out continuously, constantly, in every direction. Nothing flows through our system, and that be our physical body or our energetic bodies. Nothing flows through our system without flowing through the heart. And this is where the inner child and the ego, as I said, can come into unity, where they can meet, where they can see each other, where they can communicate. It is our love center. It is where we give and receive love, where the inner child's vulnerability meets the ego's protection, where they can embrace. It is where all of the separate parts of ourselves can come back together. where forgiveness happens because the heart can hold both pain and love at the same time and hold them in balance. It is where grief moves because the heart knows how to receive and release. When healthy, love flows freely in all directions with no walls and no conditions. And unity consciousness, our soul, lives here in the heart. An underactive heart chakra, some of the things, some signs of an imbalance that you might see are difficulty giving or receiving love, isolation, loneliness, disconnection. There may be fear of intimacy or fear of being vulnerable. You may hold grudges, unable to forgive. Codependency can happen, or emotionally shutting down, or grief that just isn't moving. Some physical symptoms of an underactive heart chakra are heart issues, low or high blood pressure, poor circulation, lung problems, upper back problems, and a weakened immunity system. On the other hand, an overactive heart chakra, we may love others to our own detriment. We may have no boundaries in our relationships whatsoever. That people pleasing, letting people walk all over us. There may be jealousy or possessiveness, and there's always conditions on love here. Giving, we may tend to give just so that we can get. There is people please, as I mentioned, people pleasing here for love, attention, validation. There can be smothering and control issues through love, in the name of love. Some physical symptoms are heart palpitations, breathing issues, chest tightness. Now, these symptoms are not limited to what I've spoken of, but they can certainly be present. A balanced heart chakra is when love flows freely in all directions, both ways. There is compassion with healthy boundaries. We are able to hold empathy for others without losing ourselves in their energy, in them. Grief can move through us naturally. There is a deep capacity for joy and connection. Self-love and love for others is in balance. Some common childhood wounds that can happen in the heart chakra are love that was conditional, feeling like you had to perform to be loved, feeling like you had to be perfect in order to be loved. You may have experienced emotional unavailability from caregivers, whether that be your parents or somebody else that was significant in your life. You may have experienced betrayal or abandonment by loved ones. May have felt that you've had to earn love through performance. Or you may be been shamed for loving too much or being too much or loving the wrong people. You may have just witnessed toxic relationships as a model for love. Being told that your feelings don't matter, that is a very common heart chakra wound, or feeling like your feelings don't matter. Having your heart broken and no one to help you process through that. We aren't born knowing how to process our emotions, and many of us were never taught properly how to process our emotions, how to reparent ourselves. And it's being in that moment with ourselves, witnessing that emotion, allowing it to move through us, allowing ourselves to fully feel what is being presented to us, and being present with it, being present with our inner child and our ego as this processes through, witnessing it. And now we get to draw Dragon Child Oracle card. Yay! Let's see what the heart has to say. So I'm going to share my screen with you for a minute. We got a couple of shares to do here, so give me a second. Number generator first. So I have this set up to draw a number between 31 and 40. Those are the heart chakra numbers. And before I hit the generate button, I want to set an intention for the highest good, for the collective. What is it that they need to know right now concerning their heart chakra? And 34. So we're going to stop this share. And then I'm going to share this document. And this one is, let's scroll down to 34. 34 is honoring grief. Dear ones, I see the way you have tried to outrun or quit your grief, hoping to protect your heart from the pain. Grief is a tender echo of love that has lost its place with nowhere to go. A reflection of how deeply you cared. Your losses merit honoring, gentle mourning, and witnessing. I am here with you, holding space, with every tear, every feeling, offering kindness and compassion. Remember, grief is not a sign of weakness, but it is a testament of the depth of your love. Call upon me to help you to feel it fully, knowing that both sorrow and joy can coexist in your heart. With time and gentle care, you may discover your heart has grown even more spacious, capable of holding gratitude and remembrance, pain and hope, side by side. And the chakra wisdom here. Unprocessed grief creates blockages in the heart chakra, manifesting as numbness, depression, or the inability to love again. Grief must be felt, honored, and moved through the body to reset the heart chakra flow. And the inner child connection here. Children who weren't allowed to grieve loss, death, this could be loss through death, divorce, move, pet losses, or whose grief was minimized. Don't cry, be strong, just get over it. Learn to suppress their sorrow. The inner child carries unprocessed grief that leaks out as chronic sadness, emotional numbness, or fear of attachments. A practice for you. So create a grief altar. You can use photos, objects, or symbols of your loss. Light a candle and give yourself permission to cry, to wail, to rage. Set a timer for 20 minutes. If 20 minutes feels too long, then set a timer for 10 minutes. There's no real limit here. It's what you're comfortable processing. There's no rush. Let it move through you without trying to fix it or to stop it. And then journal your losses. What I miss most is. What I never got to say is. Things like that. It can be anything. Allow grief its rightful place. And then your affirmation to carry with you. I honor my grief as sacred. My tears are loving remembrance. So that was our lesson for today. Give me just a moment to get back to my notes to make sure I covered everything that I wanted to cover. And where are we at? A recap. Our heart is our largest, most powerful chakra. Its magnetic field, electromagnetic field is much larger than even our brain by about 60%. This is where unity happens. This is where the inner child and the ego meet and can find balance with one another. This is where the divine masculine and the divine feminine meet in unity and can find balance in one another. Your heart is your balancing point. Next week, I will be doing a lesson continuing on the theme of grief. And until then, comment in make a comment in the comments if this resonates with you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and make sure that you hit that like button because it does help my messages be seen by more people. And remember that you are worthy of love. There is nothing that you can do, nothing that you can say, nothing that you have done or have said, will do or will say that will ever change the fact that you are worthy of love. Until next time, dragon blessings, and I love you.